Shelley Hofberg is a clairvoyant, medium, pet psychic, and tarot reader. She does not ask for the details about your life, but primarily relies on her gift of clairvoyance to receive the psychic insights that will be the most helpful to you about your soulmate, relationships, money concerns, and your career path. As a pet psychic, she will receive insights about what your pet or pets wants you to know. As a medium, she will connect with your loved ones on the other side. Shelley Hofberg is the host of the Psychic Horizon radio show, produced by Goldilocks Productions and presented on Blog Talk Radio, Thursdays at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. Shelley brings together the pioneers and visionary teachers to share with you some of the most enlightening knowledge that is out there today to expand your horizons and open the paths to higher consciousness.
Welcome to the Psychic Horizon Show. I'm your host, Psychic Shelley Hofberg, and today's special guest is Michael Espinoza, who will be talking about the chakras and doing psychic readings for you. And before I bring on Michael, I'd just like to make some quick announcements that on December 7th, next week, I'll have Bill Foss talking about the Akashic Records. On December 14th, I'll have psychic numerologist Jeremy Ryden, and he's the author of The Quest Method, Your Intuitive Destiny Guide, and Your Soul Story, How to Create the Life You Always Wanted. And Bill Foss is the author of The Secret to Spiritual Success and Journey into the Akashic Records. And on December 21st, I'll have Brian Rawls, who's the host of the Magical Journey radio show that comes on Wednesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. And on this coming Saturday, December 2nd, I'll be at the Healing Key in Long Beach Psychic Fair from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. And on December 9th, Michael and myself will be at the Learning Light Foundation Psychic Fair from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. And that's in Anaheim. And on December 30th, I'll be at the School of Multidimensional Healing and Science Psychic Fair in Irvine from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. I'm now ready to bring on my host, Michael. Hello, Michael.
Hi, Shelley. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you. And thank you for having me on your show again. I love being here with you.
You're welcome. And can you tell the caller something about yourself?
Certainly. I am a clairvoyant and a medium, and I am also a certified pranic healer. I have been studying pranic healing and meditating now for 14 years. I started in 2004. And let's see what else. You know, before I got into this, I didn't believe any of this. I thought it was all a bunch of hogwash, and people were making it up, making stories up and just telling you what you wanted to hear. And after I started pranic healing, I was meditating regularly and often, and then that's when my gifts started to really flourish and come forward even more prominently. And then that's when I realized I was clairvoyant. And I'm also clairsentient and clairaudient. But they communicate mainly to me through images. So, yeah. So then after I started doing this, I learned pranic healing on the East Coast. I worked in the fashion industry for 20 years, and I completely burned out from that. And Spirit had been, during this time, Spirit had been communicating to me that I would be healing people and doing psychic work for full time, and I didn't believe it. And I kept trying to put that off, and I didn't want to hear it, and I thought people were lying to me again. I've always been very skeptical. And so anyway, I finally just burned out, and I knew it was time to move back here to Los Angeles and begin this new chapter in my life. And when I moved here, I thought, well, I'm just going to be a healer. And that was it. And no, Spirit had something else in mind for me. And so now I'm doing psychic work as well. And it is, and it's so much more rewarding than making dresses.
Well, you're very gifted, and I feel you're in the right profession.
Thank you. Thank you.
And Michael, what are chakras?
Good question. Good question. Chakras are energy centers that we all have on our body, and everybody has them. They're in the same location. Chakras is a Sanskrit word for spinning wheel. And so the chakras, what they do is they emanate from the body. They come from the body. And when they spin one way, they spin back and forth. And when they spin one way, the energy, they pull in energy. And when it spins the opposite direction, it expels energy. So it's constant intaking and expelling of energy. And each chakra is responsible physiologically for parts of the body. And there's also some spiritual aspects as well that they're responsible for. And so they energize the body. They help the energy to move around the body. So they facilitate that as well. And they're great. But when we don't eat correctly and, we have a lot of stress and we're not taking care of ourselves physically, excuse me, they get clogged and they start building up a lot of stress energy inside them and negative energy and congested energy. And so it makes them harder to move, and it starts affecting the physical body. Yeah.
Can they be cleansed?
They certainly can. In pranic healing, we are taught how to feel for the chakras. And so you feel them sideways, so you feel the size of them, and then you feel them frontally for congestion or depletion. And in pranic healing, so then when they teach you to scan the chakra frontally, so you feel for the congestion in it. And so most of us, the majority of people, have the solar plexus that is congested, and that's where all the energy sits. The stress energy builds up, and that is the chakra right above the navel and right below the sternum. And we have one in the front and we have one in the back. And so when we're stressed from work, from family, from the holidays, the energy gets congested in this chakra and it builds up. And so what they teach us is how to feel that energy. And when you feel it, they teach us a technique on how to cleanse it and remove the negative energy, this congested energy in that chakra. And then after that, we replace it with clean energy so that the chakra returns to functioning normal. And then it also helps the body facilitate in healing itself faster.
Interesting.
It is.
And Michael, let's take our first caller, which is area code 646. Hello, 646.
Hi, 646.
Hey, guys. How are you today?
We're fine. And who do we have the pleasure of
Good.
speaking to?
You're speaking with Terry.
Carrie.
Hi,
Hello,
Carrie.
Carrie. And
Thank
Carrie,
you.
And Carrie, how can we help you?
Yes. Okay, so currently I'm single, and I have visions of meeting my potential soulmate. And I just wanted to know if you pick anything up on that. But it may not happen until, I'm not too sure if it'll be towards the end of 2018 or sometime in 2019. I'm not really pressed for time because I'm going to be currently in school, so I do see a person that I possibly may have a future with in the future.
Is it Terry or Terry?
It's actually Terry.
Perry. Oh, okay.
Yes.
I'm sorry, Perry. So what I'm seeing is you actually will meet somebody, but it will be through school. I feel you're going to connect with somebody during class.
Oh,
It feels like you're going to make a really deep connection with this person. Yeah,
nice.
and it feels very good. It feels like that's going to happen next year, and I get that in like February, maybe March.
Okay. February, March of 2018. Okay, sounds good.
Correct. Yeah.
Sounds good.
Shelley?
I feel, Terry, I agree with Michael that you'll meet someone in February and March and through school.
Mm-hmm.
And he's a nice-looking man. He's a little bit younger than you, maybe 2 or 3 years younger. He has dark hair but blue eyes. So he's really cute. And I feel that he does something creative in more of a creative field, but he's studying art and music, and he's going to college and studying art or music, so he's creative. He's going to be in the creative field or entertainment field when he gets out of school. He has a dog. He loves animals. He doesn't have any children, but he does have a dog. He's open to finding his soulmate and getting married. He would like to have a marriage. When you meet him, he's coming out of a long-term relationship. So he's just coming out of a relationship at the time you meet him. And it looks like that you and he would have a soulmate connection and spend a lot of time with each other, spend a lot of time together. So there is love coming for you. And Michael, how can Terry get in contact with you?
I can be reached at 562-457-0457, or you can go to my website, michaeljespinoza.com.
And you could reach me at 818-744-5241 or go to psychichorizon.com.
Okay.
Nice meeting you, Perry.
Nice meeting you, too. Okay, I'll talk to you guys soon. Thank you, Shelley.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Welcome. Bye-bye.
Bye.
I'm now going to continue my interview with Michael Espinoza, and then we're going to take our next caller, which is Kathy, area code 410. How many chakras do we have, Michael?
In pranic healing, we teach 11 chakras, that there are 11 chakras on the body. There are more, obviously, but connected to the physical body, we have 11. We have the crown chakra, which is above the head. We have the forehead chakra, which is in the middle of your forehead. And then we have, we call it the ajna. A lot of other modalities call it the third eye, and that's right between your eyebrows. We have the throat chakra, and that's pretty self-explanatory where that is. We have a heart chakra, and the heart chakra is right in the middle of the chest. And there, we also have one in the back, so that goes through the body. We have a solar plexus chakra, the one that I was talking about, right below the sternum, above the navel. And that one goes through the body as well, so we have a front and back there. We have a spleen chakra, and that's to the left of the solar plexus. on the left side of your body, and that's almost below the rib cage, but not right underneath, kind of at the tip there. And that one also goes through the body, so we have one in the front and back there. We have a navel chakra, self-explanatory where that is. We have, we call it the sex chakra, and that's right in front of your genitals. A lot of other modalities call that the sacred chakra. And in the back, we have one that's called the Meng Main. That's MENGMEIN, Meng Main. And that one is in the lower part of your back, right where the curves at the lower portion. And so we have one there. And then we have one called the basic. Other modalities call it the root chakra. And that one is right at the base of the spine. So like right at the coccyx. And so those are the 11 chakras that we have. A lot of other modalities teach that we have 7 chakras, but it's both instances are true. The 7 are in the 11 that we teach.
Awesome. And let's take our next caller, Michael, which is Kathy.
Okay.
Area code 410. Hello, Kathy.
Hi.
Hi,
How are
Kathy.
you today? Hi.
We're fine. How are you, Kathy?
Great. I was wondering if I could get a message maybe for my guides or angels on my soul's growth.
What can you be a little more specific about that?
I guess what I would be doing after I retire in the spiritual realm, something.
Okay. I'm getting you actually are going to really grow spiritually. After you retire, there's going to be a big growth period for you. It feels like right after you retire, I see you traveling. You're going to do some traveling, and it feels like you're going to kind of decompress from, all your work that you've been doing. And then during that process of decompression, relaxing, adjusting, you are going to connect spiritually even more so. And hold on one sec, I'm getting something here. What is that? It feels like you have gifts, like you're psychic yourself. Are you aware of this?
I don't feel that psychic, like everybody says, but
or intuitive. Do you feel intuitive, like you have an intuition that guides you?
Yeah, I do, and I can kind of pretty much feel people out.
Perfect. So that can also be psychic abilities as well. But right now you're identifying it more with intuition. And I feel what's going to happen with you is that is really going to flourish and it's going to come forward even more. I get that you suppress it a bit, that you don't really allow it to use it fully and completely. Do you understand that?
Yeah, but I don't know how to bring it out.
I would suggest reading some books. There's a lot of books out there to help you with that. There's classes. Meditation is really good for helping you connect to the divine, to help you connect with your angels and your guides. So I would suggest all those things right now. But just when you get that intuitive feeling, allow that to flow through you and don't kind of stop it. Don't shut it down so quickly and explore that a little bit more. Stay with that feeling. And it's like, oh, okay. You just met this new person and you get a good feeling. Well, what is that feeling? What do I feel so good about this person? What's great? Where's the connection? And just go with that more.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Because it feels like when you get to this new place, this resting after you've adjusted, during your time after you retire, it feels like your abilities will become even more so and even more prominent, and you'll begin to use them. So keep that in the back of your mind. Start doing some reading on it. So Sonia Choquette is a really great author. She has a book out there. It's called The Psychic Pathway. You can.
I probably have it.
Oh, there you go.
I have lots of books. Lots of tarot cards, lots of oracle cards.
Oh, well, see, you've already been doing the work, Kathy.
But I need to do more. I need to, I guess, do more.
Well, just stay with it. Yeah, it's just playing with it and being relaxed about it. You don't have to get so nervous around it, and it will start coming through. But one of the things that I would really suggest is meditating more. That really helps to bring forward the gifts.
That's what I need to do. I'll do that more.
Yeah.
Shelley?
Kathy, I do feel that retirement is coming in 2019, that you're going to retire before June, before summer, so sometime in the winter or spring you'll be ready to retire. And I agree with Michael that you will be traveling. I also feel that you're very creative, that you would be an excellent writer, that you have the ability to write and express yourself, and you're very artistic and musically inclined. And I feel that you'll be studying creativity, music and art, and that you'll be writing, and maybe I would encourage you to maybe even take a creative writing course, because I think that you're good at writing and that you could write and express yourself. And that would be very good for you. In addition to the developing your psychic abilities, you should focus on developing your talent for writing. Do you write at all?
No, I don't like to write.
It's too bad, because you're really good at it.
Really? I mean, I tried automatic writing and nothing happened, so.
Yeah, you're good at it. Maybe do channel writing, where you do a meditation and you come out of the meditation and you write down what your spirit guides tell you, because your spirit guides can communicate for you through meditation. And you could do channel writing, where you get messages from spirit and you write it down.
Okay. All right.
I'm actually getting, Kathy, too, that your guides talk to you, and they want you to, I think what Shelley's talking about, and I think they're referring to the writing. Do you understand this?
Well, I don't know what they're saying to me, though.
Are you aware of that, the communication?
Not really, no. I mean, I talk to them, but I will see numbers, like on the clock and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe that's their way of communicating to me.
That is one way. Absolutely. They talk to you through numbers. Exactly. They communicate through numbers. But I'm getting they're trying to talk to you. And they want to communicate with you so that you can hear them more clearly. So, again, the meditation is going to help you tremendously with this.
Okay.
And stay with it. Don't get discouraged. It takes time to be able to hear them, right?
Right.
And also, too, when you hear them, it's more of hearing your own thoughts. That's how I hear them. I don't hear them outside of my body audibly. I hear them as my own thoughts. So, and that takes a while, too, to distinguish your thoughts from their thoughts.
I might be overanalyzing it.
Yeah. And when you do that, when we get up in the head, forget it. It kind of cuts off all communication. So that's why it's really important to meditating, to get in this quiet state, where we connect with the divine, where we are able to kind of leave the body just a little bit and not be so analytical and cognitive and always analyzing things. And so then we're connected with the heart, and then that helps with making the connection to our guides and angels.
Okay. Well, I've been working on all that. So
perfect.
I just keep
well,
working
you're on the right
it.
path. Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's good news. Yeah. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
And Michael, how can Kathy get in contact with you?
She can call me at 562-457-0457, or she can reach me through my website at michaelj.espinoza.com.
Great, thank you.
And thank you for calling, Kathy, and have a good, happy holiday season.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. We're now going to take continue our interview with Michael Espinoza, and then we're going to take our next caller, which is area code 310. Do chakras have a function, Michael?
Yes, they do. Each chakra is responsible physiologically for parts of the body. Excuse me. And they also have spiritual functions as well. So, like the solar plexus chakra, we'll just continue talking about that. It's responsible for the stomach and part of the intestines, and so that helps feed energy into those organs. And let's see, and like the navel, that's also part of your digestive tract, so that is responsible for your intestines as well. And right in back of that, like the main chakra, that one is responsible for energy flow and the energy brought up your spine. And it's responsible for that, but physiologically it's responsible for your kidneys, and it helps the kidneys and the adrenals. And so say if somebody has a problem with anger, the anger gets stuck the majority of the time in the main chakra. And when that starts to get congested with all these negative energies, what happens is it starts to affect blood pressure, it affects your kidneys, and so, yeah, it's important for us to forgive so we can get that energy out of that chakra. Yeah, and like I said before, they're responsible for giving energy to the body, feeding energy into the body, clean energy. And so they're wonderful things.
Awesome. And Michael, let's take our next caller, which is area code 310. Hello, 310.
Hi, 310.
Hello. My name is Cecilia. And the question is, can you scan to see what you pick up in the chakras, and if you see me doing anything with them for others in the way of perhaps sound with them?
Like doing sound healing for people?
Yes, with them.
Okay. Yeah, this is going to be really good for you, Cecilia. I'm getting that you already are receiving this information about using the sound healing for the chakra. Do you understand this?
Not specifically, no, just that would be toning to them or something. It hasn't unfolded yet.
Well, one of the things I'm seeing are the crystal bowls or the other sound bowls that they have, the metal one, and I'm feeling there is a connection with you and the sound to helping people with clearing their chakras out. Yeah.
And were you able to scan them to see if there is something present in mine, something that might benefit from shifting?
Well, I don't think it would be in the chakra. That's more in your soul. Yeah. And so it will occur. I mean, we're always changing constantly, and we're always shifting. And I feel that there is a connection to the sound that's coming. And it's
no, what I meant was, did you scan mine to see if there was anything that could benefit from movement? Mine personally.
From the sound?
No, from your perspective, the way you scan.
Okay, and I don't understand the question fully. So
could you scan them?
And what do you want?
Oh, you are now. For? That's what I meant. Huh?
What do you want me to scan them for? I don't understand.
To see if there was anything that appeared to be out of order.
Oh, let's see. Very quickly, we'll do this here. You have some stress in your solar plexus, but that's pretty much normal for everybody. I do get your somewhat depleted, so that it feels like your energy level is lower. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. So I would get outside and do some exercise. You can, to clean them. You can also clean them by taking saltwater baths. That really helps too, to help keep the chakras clean. But going outside, doing some deep breathing will help give you energy. And the sun gives you energy. The air outside gives you energy. The earth. So if you can go outside, take your shoes off, and also it helps ground you as well.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Shelley?
Cecilia, I was picking up some blockage in the second chakra, the spleen chakra, and some blockage in the root chakra, and I'm picking up it has to do with emotions, that you tend to hold in your emotions, and that you're very sensitive to energy and very sensitive to people's vibrations, and you're very affected by people around you, so you tend to pick up on their energy. And another way to cleanse those chakras is to wear an amethyst. Amethyst is higher spiritual awareness, and it's also for protection, so it will help cleanse the chakras. And you take the amethyst and you put it on top of the chakras, and you visualize purple energy going into the chakras, and that color will help balance those chakras. So I feel that you're very sensitive and that you may be dealing with some emotional issues right now. Are you dealing with any emotional issues with some people around you?
No, but many who are around are dealing with a lot. The people who are around are. Not on a personal level.
The people that are around you are dealing with emotional issues?
Quite a few, yes.
All right, because I picked up emotional issues and I felt maybe something with family. And it looks like that it'll clear out after the holidays, that the situation will resolve itself and clear out after the holidays as we get into January. So tell them that when they get into January, they're going to be okay. And Michael, how can Cecilia get in contact with you?
I can be reached at 562-457-0457, or you can reach me through my website at michaelespinoza.com.
And you can reach me at 818-744-5241, or go to psychichorizon.com. And thank you for calling the Psychic Horizon Show, Cecilia.
Thank you, Cecilia.
Thank you.
Nice talking to you.
I'm now going to continue my interview with Michael Espinoza on chakras. and then we're going to take our next caller, which is another area code 310. Am I able to see or feel my chakras, Michael?
Absolutely, everybody can. For me, I don't see them. I've seen them a couple times, but there are some people who see them. But I don't have that gift to be able to see them. But everybody can feel them. Anybody can feel them, and so I'll give you kind of a brief little lesson here. And so what you would do is, in pranic healing, we're taught to scan them frontally, like I said, for congestion or depletion, or from the sides. So we want to see the size of the chakra. And we want to make sure we see the size of them to make sure they're all in alignment and the correct size. And so what you would first do is we need to activate the chakras in the palms of our hand. We have small ones, and we have them in the middle of the palm of your hand. So you take your thumb and you press it into the palm of your hand. And you have little tiny ones at the tips of our fingers. So if you take your thumb and go over your other fingers and press them and activate them, and then flick your hands a little bit and give them a shake. And so this helps to activate the chakras. And then what you would do is imagine, we'll do the solar plexus chakra. You imagine that the solar plexus is out in front of you, and you would say, let me feel my solar plexus chakra. So coming in from the sides, maybe you can start like at 18 inches apart, 20 inches, and very slowly come in, and you'll feel a bump, you'll feel a tingle, you might feel warmth, there's a pressure there. That's the chakra. That's the edge of the chakra. So that's when we scan it from the sides. You can also scan it frontally, and so then you can imagine yourself standing in front of you, but you're facing away, so to the side. So then you take your hand and come in from the front as if you're scanning your front chakra and say, let me feel my solar plexus chakra. And then you can feel that. And then you can say, let me feel congestion. And so you feel the congestion there. And that's how we scan them. And everybody can do this. This is not only for gifted people who can, that are psychic or clairvoyant. This is for everybody. And that's what's so wonderful about it.
Awesome. Let's take our next caller, Michael, which is area code 310.
Hi, 310.
Hi, this is Vince.
Hello, Vince.
Hi, Vince.
Yeah, I wanted to find out what you see, what the messages you get from me as far as jobs go.
Okay. I get something in January. It feels like it's the end of January, the beginning of February. It feels like you already have some applications filled out, or you got your resume out there, and it feels like it's maybe one of those. It will take hold there. I'm seeing 5. Do you have are you talking with 5 companies?
I've got an interview next week, and then the week after I have another one that I applied online for. I did have 2 applications in with brewery, and I thought I was going to get one of them, and I got turned down by both. And in fact, in spite of the fact that I do have experience. And I don't know why. And I just felt very strongly that I was going to get this job. Right now I'm working a season job. I don't know how much longer it's going to last because the rush hour season is over now. It's not the greatest job in the world, but at least it's bringing some money in. But
good.
I have I have debts, like I have bills that I can't pay from last month, and I just don't know what I'm going to do unless a miracle happens. So,
yeah.
you know.
Yeah. The thing that I can tell you, Vince, is one of the best things to do for yourself right now is try to keep your energy levels up and try to keep positive. I know it's super hard to do that when we don't have, the income that we need. And it's scary and we become fearful. But what happens when that occurs is it lowers our energy. And when it lowers our energy levels and we're operating out of fear, it's harder to attract a good job. And the work that I do and the thing that all the guides always tell people that come to me that are worried and fearful about finding work is they have to get your energy levels up, because that is where you really attract a job. And it's not at a lower place where we're fearful and frightened. And so it's harder to attract something there. So that's the first thing I would tell you. But they're saying you always find something, and it feels like you've never been out of work a long, long time, right? And that's I see it's like they always bring you work, and so they're saying just remain positive and know that job is coming. And I feel like they're saying too that when those 2 jobs that you didn't get, you got fearful. It's like, oh my God, I'd be perfect for this. What happened? So they want you to know that they have something much better in store for you. That's why you didn't get those jobs. Okay?
Okay. Yeah, because I'm going to continue. No, go ahead.
It feels like this job that you have will probably last another 3, maybe 4 weeks. So you'll be fine. Yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Because I was just going to say that as far as the brewery job goes, I'm going to still continue to keep my eye open for another opening and hope that they do bring me in, because it is good money and I do have the experience. But, in the meantime, I'm hoping that one of these other 2 jobs come through. And you're right, I have always found a job when I need it, but the problem is finding one and then keeping one are 2 different things, because something always happens where something goes wrong and then they let me go for one reason or another, and I don't know why. So, like this last job that I had, I left it. I was there like 9 months, and I left it to go to another job that paid better hours and everything. And then after 6 weeks, they said goodbye, see you later. It just didn't work out. And then I called my boss, and he said that they already filled my position, but just to keep my eye open.
Do you make the beer?
I used to work for a brewery actually 2 different breweries where they did make the beer, but this company in particular, they make the cans for beers and sodas and stuff like that. But it is a brewery-owned facility. Okay, so it's right. Because one of the things I see go ahead. I was just going to say that it's located right next to an airport in a small city.
But one of the things I keep seeing is, and I don't know if you've thought about this, but making the beer, like brewing beer. Have you thought about that?
I thought about it, but I wouldn't even know how to first go about doing it.
I would look into it some more, Vince. I think this would be really good for you, because they keep showing me that. And they show me like you looking at the beer and smelling it and adding things to it. And it's almost like you're a chemist. Yeah. And I think this is something that's just untapped. And I think this would be really good for you. This would be a really good move for you. So I would suggest looking into that and how to make beer.
Okay. Yeah, because my ultimate goal was to become a writer and actor, but that has not panned out. And then because of my wife's health, we packed up and moved from California to New York, and we're living in a small town, like 2 hours away from New York City. So the acting is no longer there unless I move back to California, and that's not going to be possible for quite some time, if at all. So I've just given up the idea about the acting and the writing completely, because there's just nothing out here as far as those fields go.
Right.
So the second best thing is just to get a regular job where I get benefits and a decent amount of money, so I can keep a roof over our heads and pay the bills. Because otherwise, come next month, unless something happens, we're looking to be out on the streets and lose everything we got. So
it's coming, Vince. It's coming.
Okay.
Yeah. Don't lose hope. And like they said before, you always find a job. Always.
Yeah. Well, the company that I was telling you about, that I'm going in 2 weeks for, I'm going on the 13th, which is my favorite number. And the funny thing is, it's called Amerisource Bergen. They're a medical supply warehouse, brand new, state of the art and everything. And I filled out an online application, and they invited me for a job interview on that date. And I keep getting messages from the other side saying that I'm most likely going to get this job, and they pay really well too.
Okay, let me look at that. Yeah, that does feel good. That does feel really good. And maybe this is, when you were talking about that, this is where the 5 is connected to, and it could be starting in 5 weeks and that. So 2 weeks you go for the interview, and then 3 weeks after that you start.
All right. I'll cross the fingers and hope I get this job.
Yeah. Good luck, Vince. Keep your energy levels up.
I will.
You're going to get the job, Vince.
You're
going to get a job. You're not going to be out in the street. You are going to get a job and be able to keep a roof over yours and your wife's head. And I think that the interview is going to go really well. I see you having a strong connection to a man that's going to be interviewing you, and the man likes you and has a good feeling about you, and I feel that he is going to hire you. So I feel that you will get the job and that it will be a long-term employment for you. You will get back into your acting and writing. You may be working in a theater, doing theater, and once you get your foot in the door in the theater, you would be able to write plays for the theater.
Okay.
So you could start off with acting and getting a part in a theater. It's a small theater. It's not a large theater, but it's a lot of good talent, a lot of creative people, a lot of talent, a lot of good. I pick up they have good shows, and that they're established theater, so they do have a clientele that comes to the plays. So you will be able to get back into your writing and acting. It's just more on a theater level, a theatrical level, that is going to happen, but you will be able to. And Michael, how can Vince get in contact with you?
I can be reached at 562-457-0457 or through my website, michaeljespinoza.com.
All right. Thank you very much.
You can reach
Thank
me,
you,
Vince,
Vince.
at 818-744-5241, or go to psychichorizon.com. And thank you for calling the Psychic Horizon Show, Vince.
All the best, Vince.
Thank you, Vince. We're now ready to take our next caller, which is Carolyn, area code 818. Hello, Carolyn.
Hi, Shelley and Michael.
Hi, Carolyn.
Hey, how you doing today?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing good. I wanted to know, can you guys see if my ex-husband, Chris, have any messages for me.
Let's see. I'm getting he does, and that he's around you. One of the things that I see, you still talk to him, correct?
No, every once in a while in my prayer, I mention him.
Because the thing that I'm seeing is he's in your home at times, and that you're talking to him, and he's there listening to you.
Oh, well, I do. I have talked to him, and as I was talking about, but not recently. But I have. You're correct.
Yeah.
Right. And he's there.
When you have, just know he's there at your home, and so he is listening for you. And he speaks of you with a fondness, or not speaks of you. I get this feeling of he thinks of you very fondly still. Yeah. Well, and also too, I'm getting that he wants to apologize to you because he says he was unfair, and he wants to apologize for being unfair to you. Do you understand that?
Yes, and I've accepted the apology, and I've forgiven him, and he always asks for for me to forgive him. That's always enough, and I consistently do it, and I think he just. Every opportunity, just want to make sure
absolutely
that I know how sincere he was.
Absolutely. Yeah, because he says the times that you guys were together, or some of the times, he just was not pleasant.
No, he wasn't.
And so he wants to make sure that you completely understand that he apologizes for that.
Yes, could you let him know that I completely understand it?
Okay. And he says good. He's glad.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you.
He said you were a very good wife to him, and that you are an amazing person, and that you're very giving and loving, and he took a lot of that for granted.
Yeah. Well, thank you.
Yeah. Well, that's nice.
It is nice. I appreciate it. I know it was true, but he can acknowledge that. It's that he's been a wife before, and so I wanted to do the right thing.
Do you?
And I concentrate on the good things.
Good. Do you have an animal? Because he's showing me an animal, so I don't understand if this is an animal that's crossed over that's with him, or do you have one with you now?
No, it must be one I'm going to get. I think my sister's going to give me Sweet J. He's a little Yorkshire.
Is it a dog?
Terrier, yes. And he loves me. So she's been, so I don't know if that's the dog or it's another dog.
Yeah, okay. So I think what he's doing is probably confirming that, because I just got this vague sense. I couldn't tell whether if it was a small dog or a cat. So
it's small, though, right?
Yeah. He is acknowledging that, and he says he's going to try to help you get that.
Oh, okay. I need it, evidently. Oh, okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Shelley?
I feel, Carolyn, that he had a very hard time with love. He had a hard time showing love, and being in a relationship was hard for him. He was not a very affectionate person when he was alive. He's learned the lesson of love since he has passed on, because it feels like he has more love in his heart now, and that he's more loving than what he was when he was alive. And he says you were a very good wife, and he should have appreciated you and showed more value to you, that he should have appreciated you more, because you were a good wife, that everything that went wrong in the relationship, he said, was his fault. You didn't do anything wrong. You had the patience of a saint. You put up with a lot, to try to keep the marriage together. And he appreciates that and values that. And he is very remorseful for his actions towards you. As Michael said, he is remorseful. He does have a lot of remorse. And he wants to be forgiven, because it still bothers him the way he treated you. And he didn't treat other people well either. So there's a lot of people that he wants to forgive him. He wasn't that good to his biological family either. He wasn't that close to them. He just said he had a lot of anger and he didn't know how to show love. But that he's changed. He has changed since he's crossed over in spirit. He's no longer angry, and he has the consciousness of love. And Michael, how can Carolyn get in contact with you?
I can be reached at 562-457-0457. Or you can reach me through my website at michaelespinoza.com.
Thank you. Thank you both.
Have
a great day.
Carolyn.
Calling, Carolyn.
You too.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
I wanted to thank Michael Espinoza for being my special guest on the Psychic Horizon show. He'll be back in the future. I wanted to thank Tiffany White, Sage Woman of Goldilocks Production, for producing the Psychic Horizon show. And I want to thank all the callers who participated in the Psychic Horizon show. Thank you for calling in, Michael.
Thank you for having me. You have a wonderful an audience, and I want to thank all of you for listening, and for those of you that called in. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you, Michael.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.